What's going on, guys? Christian here from TeckWraps. Today I'm going to do a little walk around video of my Jeep Gladiator, which I just wrapped about a week ago in TeckWrap Satin Silver Chrome. That's what they call it. It does give the appearance of satin silver chrome. Now, I get asked this question many times: how is TeckWrap? I get asked this pretty much several times a day. People have been dying for videos on this stuff. I don't have many out there, especially on YouTube, but my installation videos of this film will be on my website, TeckWraps.com. I'll put a link in the top corner and in the description below for you. And just iron it out right in here. This right here would be the deepest part of the recess, okay? That's why it's important to do it the way I'm showing you right now. Now, very detailed description on how I install this film, especially on the Jeep Gladiator. It's a little bit difficult to wrap. A lot of things to take apart here. The grille's got to come off, the fenders come off, the grill on the top there where the wiper blades comes off, the wiper blades come off, all the hinges and all the bolts, the door handles, the side cowls, tail lights, all kinds of stuff, the tonneau cover, I take it all off. Lots to do here. Not gonna lie, I cheat a lot on this thing. I finished wrapping it. I started wrapping it on a Tuesday at 11 a.m. I finished wrapping it on a Wednesday at 8 p.m. That's going home, going to bed, coming back and doing it the next day. So that's taking some time to actually do that. I did rush it a lot, and there's areas that I left black from when I first wrapped it in satin black, simply because I know that those areas don't really matter. I just want to cover up the red. This Jeep's red, okay? It's a big pain to actually have a red car like this and get everything completely covered, because inside the wheel wells and stuff like that, you can see a little bit of red. Yeah, I could wrap all these pieces black and leave it like that. But anyways, I don't really have the time to do that. Me personally, I can fix anything that I really feel like I need to. And I change the wrap frequently enough where it's just kind of whatever. I demo the film. Now, this is more so to demo the film, see how it holds up. So I know we're in the peak of summer right now. See how it is over the summer. Few areas I kind of really didn't do a nice job on was the front grille. That was a pretty terrible job. I rushed it. I had to go home for dinner. I was late. So I wrapped the grille in about an hour when it should be about 2.5 to 3 hours. So you can see the time difference there. It's not holding up great. I'm gonna take responsibility for that. That's my fault. I'm going to rewrap it because that's the part that I'm least happy with out of all of it. Otherwise, the rest of it is actually really nice and holding up pretty well. Again, it's been about a week. Now, there are some differences here with the film and its chrome finish. Now, they call it satin chrome. This did not install like satin chrome. Much easier, actually. This is Vvivid Satin Chrome. This is TeckWrap Satin Chrome. Let's bring the camera in. I hope you guys are enjoying the 4K camera. So this will actually show you the finish on the two. Pretty similar. The main difference here is that we have a metallic in this finish. And if you look very closely, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a metallic particle in the actual finish. It's a flake. This one here, no metallic particle. And this is more of a true satin or matte chrome. Now, let's look at the adhesive side. The adhesive side doesn't really show you a lot, but it is gonna show me that there is a metallic foil on this side, which is showing me that there is some metal, or like some metal backing here that gives it that chrome effect. On the TeckWrap, and I don't like white adhesive, but with this color it's okay. Because when you do seams with white adhesive, they don't typically hide very well, especially when you're doing like black. Like if you had black or red or anything that wasn't a light color like this, it would show the edge quite a bit. And this is a bit of a thicker film. It's not very thin. Now you can see that it's white. There isn't really much else to it. It's pretty pliable. It's pretty strong stuff, actually. It doesn't just rip. I had to like stretch it. It kind of stretches and rips. So it doesn't tear very easily. It's very strong, held up well. Vvivid's it's actually a little bit nicer in the finish, I find, but this was extremely easy to install. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit easy to install, a little bit more affordable probably, and you know, just gives you that appearance of the satin chrome or matte chrome look, this would be the way to go. This one here by Vvivid is actually not available right now. I just have some here as demo stuff just to try out. Now, we are gonna go for a tour of the vehicle itself, see what's going on. We're gonna take this inside. I have it inside right now. We'll take it outside as well so I can show you what that looks like. Hopefully the new camera is nice and stable. This has a gimbal built into it. It's a nice 4K, nice Sony 4K camera. Okay, let's do a little tour of the actual profile of the vehicle. This is what it looks like from the side. I'm not sure if you've followed me on Instagram or anything like that, but you'll see some pictures there of it. Quite a nice finish. Again, easy to install. This is actually 300 black. It's been wrapped for years. My roof, when I take it off, scratches it, so it nicked it. That's my fault. This area back here, again, I've wrapped all satin black and I've just left it. So it's been wrapped for over a year now. Inside here, behind the gas cap door, and it's red there. That's an easy piece to wrap. I could wrap it if I really cared enough. I don't. I could just wrap it black, but I mean, the gas tank's open for like a second. And I do actually like showing people that this is a wrap. So I do like to have some red available on my vehicle to show people, yeah, this is actually a wrap. I mean, if I wrapped it too much, they wouldn't even believe it. So I have to have some red, and it's easy just to pop a door open and say, okay, look at the door. This side of the door, it's all red. In here, I did go in quite a bit. There's a combination of black and the satin chrome. I did wrap some of it black and just kind of leave it black. Some of it is satin chrome as well. It's holding up very well in the door jambs, actually. Again, there's some red showing in there. I got having a red car. The panel doesn't really loosen up very nicely, so it's hard to get the film tucked in there. It's a big pain. Again, wrapped mostly in with the satin chrome. You can see the doors on the other side are red as well. Holding up around these hinges here, these are again powder coated, and these bolts are left raw aluminum. Holding up pretty well around these hinges here on this side. Little bit of bubbling here. I'm not sure if that's going to pose a threat over time or not. This lifted here because I didn't do inlays. On the other side I did do inlays and it still lifted, which is interesting. Window has seams right here and one up top on both sides, okay? Left my logo embossed there. What's crazy is that, you know, I've wrapped quite far in and under here, but you can see the reflection of red from the underside of the hood. Now in here, we go in here, there's red, okay? It's gonna be red, red. I'm not wrapping all that, forget it. You guys are crazy. You can do it. I'm not going to do it. Most of it is covered. You can't see too much from the exterior, but yeah, you can see that right there, that spot. You can also see over here, this spot over here. And what I did in here is I used like a liner spray. So this was all red inside there when I removed the liners or the fender liners. Now, I didn't want to wrap it, so I just sprayed it with fender liner spray. Around the back here, we have inlays just left there from when I removed the bumper, satin black again. Cheated here, there's a seam, it just makes it a lot easier to wrap around this bend here without removing the bumper. If I remove the bumper, it would be much easier to do this without the seam there, but because the bumper sticks out so far, it gets in the way of actually getting this area down here. Camera wrapped one piece. There is red showing over here. I cut it short like a goof. So there's a tiny bit of red showing right there. And a teeny tiny bit in the actual camera area right there. I'm supposed to put the Jeep logo back on, and never have, I never do. Whatever, no need to advertise for them. Taillights are actually tinted, been tinted for a while now. I actually hit it on the trail last time right here. It scraped the tint off, it didn't break my light, which is good. This side here, again, here's the finish in a bit of a darker side of the vehicle. Again, this is all wrapped, okay? This has been wrapped for over a year. I take the roof off and on all the time. It's getting nicked up and scratched. Right here, the film is pulling back. I'm gonna say that this is my fault. I overstretched it. Can I fix this? Probably, I could probably just lift that back a bit, squeegee it down. It seems to be sort of bonding right here still. So I could lift that up, put it back over top of my inlay, which is here, and finish that up and clean it up. Again, it's all scratched up there. Is what it is, guys. Purpose of wrap, you know, it helps protect. So it's not my paint, it's the wrap at least. Some flaws I saw over here. My dog already nicked it down here. There's around the hinges. Which one was it? This one over here? Yeah, so this one over here, when I put the hinge back on, the hinge, I didn't put it back on very nicely, and it got a little twisted. That was my fault. I'll take responsibility for that. In here, it's bubbling. I'm not really sure why. Out of all of them, that seems to be the worst one. Now, possibly I didn't clean it. Again, I will take some responsibility for that as well. Over here, this pulled back overnight. I don't know why. I didn't have a lot of stretch here, but again, I'm gonna take responsibility for that. It's an easy piece to wrap. These have full inlays in there, and it's still kind of lifting out, which is strange. Maybe it doesn't like small pieces, I don't know. But that's just what's happening there. again, I can fix that. I'll have to trim it, clean it up. I haven't had a lot of time. I just ran a 5-day workshop, level 2 and level 3, all in 1 week. So and then let's go over the grill. Okay, the grill is the fun one. I folded it here accidentally, so it's sticking out slightly. I did not tuck the film into here, so we're getting some bubbling up in the top section. You can see it right there. Right there, I did not lay the film in nicely. Right here, the film is pulling back. Forgot to post heat, most likely. And my inlays are pretty crappy, actually. It's pulling back a little bit here as well, and a little bit here. Now, when I wrap this grill, I do a lot more inlays. This one, I only did inlays in the top. I was just rushing it, and they're not even all consistently the same size. No one really sees that until they really look up close. The only people who's actually gonna notice that, people who are actually gonna notice that are installers. Customers probably won't see that, but they will see the wrinkles. As far as the inlays go, they probably won't see those. They will see the wrinkles. This is lifting here on this seam, right there. And then this is showing red on top. I already got a stone chip here. That's definitely a stone chip. And then, oh yes, and down here, I did not get enough coverage. So red, and that's actually a really hard spot to do. I even seamed it here. I cheated, seamed it there. But it's a very hard spot to do. It's a very tough, long grill to wrap. Not a lot of fun. Like I said, it takes about 2 to 3 hours to do it nicely. The fenders are wrapped over. They're textured plastic. They're just this stuff right here. So I didn't wrap this piece. It's all like this, okay? The film is holding up very, very well on the textured plastic fenders. I'm very impressed by how that's holding up. When I did it in Hexus, I wrapped these in Hexus titanium chrome. Didn't hold up so well. So it seems to be holding up a little bit better with the TeckWrap. I'm not sure why, other than down here in the corners, a little bit of lifting. Just noticed it right now, actually. Otherwise, yeah, tons of little areas to cover, like all the spaces between here, those tiny spots. On the bottom, pinch weld, I wrapped it satin black one time and left it. Now, I don't know what happened here. There's a little bit of red showing on this side for whatever reason. Maybe something hit it, or maybe I hit it when I put the step back on. I don't know. But it looks like it kind of wore off because it was all wrapped one piece. And I saw some over here as well. Or was it just that side? Yeah, it was just that side. So down here on the pinch weld, it looks all good. It's all covered. I'm happy with that. Seam on the bottom side over here, both sides. Right here is just an inlay. In the beginning, when I started using it, I was kind of treating it more like chrome, and then I realized it wasn't as fragile or delicate at all as chrome. But yeah, it looks good. I'm happy with it. I'll go over and touch it all up. Like I said, I have the option to do that. Let's get this thing outside and see how it looks. It's always fun getting in this thing. You just get the hang of it over some time. Okay guys, this is what it looks like outside. This is the TeckWrap satin silver chrome, want to call it that. As far as the finish goes, beautiful, love it. Got a lot of compliments on the finish and how it suits the Jeep really nicely. Again, it's more metallic. I can see the metallic flake in the sun now. You'll be able to see that a lot more as I bring the camera in, especially with the 4K footage now. Let's bring it in and have a bit more of a walk around so we can actually see where more of the red's showing and that metallic effect. Let's actually look at where we can probably see some red, okay? Can't see really any red over here. Now we can see the metallic effect. I'm having a hard time seeing the sun here, but you see the particles in the film. That's more or less what's giving it that satin chrome look. It's very sparkly. Not like sparkly like Avery Diamond Line, but pretty sparkly. You can see red in the gap all in here now. I can see red all the way through here, and I'm not going to wrap in the engine bay. That's just unquestionable. Outside here in the wheel wells, you don't see too much actually. It doesn't look so bad. I don't find it does, at least. It's a little bit darker, I find. The light in the shop is a bit different. Now over here, I think it looks amazing. This side of the sun, it's not so direct. And it gives it really that aluminum feel, that aluminum look. That's more or less what I was going for. I was going for it to look like a can of Coors Light. Again, you can see the damages, whatever is what it is. It's clearly damaged. I did notice now some lifting right here, right there. I'm not sure if anyone else noticed that before. So there's some, looks like maybe some adhesive separation. I see a glue line. We'll see if we can push that back down somehow. Around the hinges, some bubbling down here. I notice a little bit more as well. High tension area around these hinges. See some more over here as well. The other side seemed to be actually a lot better. And then this hinge right here around this one is totally fine. I don't see any bubbling at all. Bottom one's pretty bad. The option that you have here is to actually use an inlay, an inlay here beforehand, and then prevent that from happening. So your seam, you have a seam right in here, all the way around all of them. That might be the best way to go about it. Inside the door, again, a little bit of red showing right here. I missed a teeny tiny spot, and that's what really sucks about having a red car. Car's a mess, lots of dog hair in it. Behind the bed, you can't really see, but I didn't wrap very far, okay? You can see there's red down there. Both sides. I did not wrap very far though. Luckily, I have this weather stripping, so it blocks off a lot of this direct angle right here, and you can't see that red. Otherwise, I probably would have just pulled the bed one time and wrapped it. Back area. Again, you can see my inlays down there in the black. There's even an inlay way back here behind the tailgate, right in there to cover the red that shows through there. That's pretty much it for outside. That's it, guys. That's what it looks like in the sun, all the way around, in the shade, in the sun, direct sun itself. You can see the areas where I kind of messed up on. Some areas where, I did rush this thing. Film overall, pretty moderate to install. Probably give it like a 6.5, 7 out of 10. Price point, really good. Film, not too difficult to use. Finish, pretty good. I do think that there may be some issues with the adhesive, but we'll see over time. Shouldn't really fade, it's silver. Could fade though, who knows. Again, we're testing this in the middle of summer right now. I've given it about a week. A lot of this has settled as it is. So we're gonna get in there, we're gonna trim it all up. We're gonna see how long it lasts or how well it holds up. Again, I take a lot of responsibility for this since it was my second TeckWrap wrap. I did the first one on my Genesis a couple of years ago, and that seemed to be okay as well. So we'll see how this one holds up. Again, more of a demo to see how it felt. The videos of the installation on this film will be on my website, guys. Don't forget, it'll all be there. I'm just going to be starting to upload the M4 videos as it is. But yeah, links are there. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Take care.